Purpose. Brought to you by Uganda First.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that is here to transform you and inspire you as a young person to be able to contribute to Uganda's development and give you an opportunity to put a block on making sure that Uganda becomes better and better by day. Now, global warming is one of the biggest challenges that the world is facing today because of climate change. And we're continuing with our series of conserving the environment to make sure that nature of Uganda is protected. The forest cover is protected. And today we are going to be looking at the biggest cause of deforestation and why the green nature in Uganda is reducing. And we're going to be looking at how we can be able to use improved methods to make sure that cutting of trees is really reduced in Uganda. We're going to be seeing how we can use MDF to be able to make furniture that is eco-friendly and also make sure that we protect the environment. All this is being done by young people who are trying to save the environment by making sure that they use materials that really are environmental friendly. I'm going to be talking to a young person and other young people telling us how they are doing this and how does it protect the environment. Welcome to Youth of Purpose. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Chief. How are you?
I'm good.
What do you do here, and basically take us through MDF? What does it mean, and really why should all people who are making furniture use the same?
For starters, I am Onyango David Anderson. I am a woodworker and a green ambassador at the same time. I am from Oracle Furniture, and at Oracle Furniture we embraced making money combined with conserving the environment. That is why, as Ivan said, we adopted the method of using MDF, which is an artificial type of wood, to supplement on the quantity of natural wood we use. Now, MDF as a concept these are called medium density fiber boards, and these are made from both natural and artificial fibers. I'll take you through a short process of how it's made.
So before you take us to the process of how it's made, when I look here, we are having a number of pieces. We are having 3 pieces, which all is furniture, but different. So can you take us through what all this furniture is made of? I see this is different. I can tell this is natural wood, direct from a tree. Yes. This one I don't understand. This one I don't understand. Kindly explain to us what is the difference between those ones.
Now, what we have here are called panel doors, and this is what we call a panel. So this is a panel door because it has a panel. Now, historically, we've always used wood, natural wood, because it gives us the size we use to make panels. But due to the modernity we are embracing right now, we are coming up with ways of making panels and panel doors using MDF. And this is an MDF panel. This is a natural wood panel. This is a Musambia. This Musambia wood, a tree would take at a minimum of 25 years to grow, to mature enough to have a piece of wood cut out of it. But for an MDF, a standard machine will take about 6 minutes to make a sheet of 4 feet by 8 feet of MDF, and that is 25 years saved.
So basically, still MDF is made out of wood, some residues from wood. So how much, for example, do you need to make this one that is different if you're going to use real wood here?
To make it clear of how we save by using MDFs, when you're cutting this, when you're processing this through machines, the residue that you get from just one door would make a full panel of a different door.
Wow.
That is
what you would be throwing away.
Yes.
So basically, you might not be doing away using wood, but you're maximizing whatever is coming from the wood, that where you would just be getting one door from the wood, you still use the residues to get a second one right here.
Exactly.
Am I right?
You're right. And better still, when you're making MDF, you simply need fibers. So even the sawdust is processed into fibers. So you can use everything, including woods, including weeds, blackjack, whatever small plank of wood you can get that can be processed into fiber can be used. so you don't have limitation. You could go to the bush, just collect
Oh,
everything.
what I get is that
fiber.
instead of finding that, you know, if someone was going to cut down Misambia trees,
Exactly.
instead you can use any other variety of trees, species that, you know, can be able to give you the same, of which if you're to use real wood, such kind of trees wouldn't be useful.
Exactly. We have certain kinds of wood that we don't use really. Pine is a new concept in woodworking.
Wow.
Eucalyptus is not used so much because it curls, it carves up.
Okay.
But right now we are processing eucalyptus and pine wood trees. We are processing a lot of other trees. We have chirundu. I don't know how to refer to it in the modern language, but we have chirundu. We have all other types of wood that would have been useless.
Okay.
And we are using them for MDFs, and we're getting the products out.
Why would someone prefer to use MDF instead of natural wood?
Well, considering the fact that our environment is in danger right now, the cost of MDF is first of all lower. Secondly, in the interest of the environment, if you can get the same thing while conserving the environment.
Using MDF compromise the quality of furniture that you do make?
It doesn't, because actually MDF is not here to substitute wood, but to reduce the quantity of wood you use on a particular piece. So MDF as an artificial fiber or an artificial material, it has been done, an extensive study has been done on it, and we know all its weaknesses, and we work to mitigate around them. So at the end of the day, take for example, if you use an MDF to make a panel door like this single one, MDF will cover 70% of the door. So you've reduced the amount of wood you would have used on
by
this panel door
70%.
by 70%. And I think that is very extensive. If we all embrace the same, the vital parts of environment would be saved at the end of the day.
Someone would say that, you know, why people usually use wood to make furniture is to get the natural and good look. Maybe the good designs, like you can see, this is naturally designed through a Musambia tree. So someone would say maybe MDF wouldn't look that good. Then that takes me to this table. How do we make this? Take us through this, and how is this made? Is this also MDF?
As Ivan has inquired, it is a very big question for everyone that is advocating for the environment, because we still want the natural look of things. With MDF, first of all, we've looked to address a second point of environment, where we have the fumes. Initially, when you use wood, you have to spray and paint it. Now, the impact of chemicals like thinner, the plastic paints we use on the environment is really strong, and it's so much. But currently, we have actually come up with better methods where you can purchase MDF sheets that are already painted, and they are painted with the grains that you exactly like and you would really want.
So what do they use to paint these woods?
These are painted by machines, which are always in a confined room.
So this is not paint they used here?
No, it is machine paint.
Wow.
It is plastic paint, and it has a plastic coating. It has a totally plastic coating.
Wow.
You would need to cut through it to get to the MDF. And one of the other advantages that has come with using painted MDFs, which we call laminated MDF, is that we get wood grains that we would not access in Uganda. Take for example, this right here is called Italian walnut.
Which is not here in Uganda.
Which we don't have that kind of tree here in Uganda. But currently, I am making one of my customers an Italian walnut furniture piece.
Wow.
So they are going to have the same experience as someone from Italy, but they're not going to go to Italy without even having to incur the cost.
So that's just by the painting or the residues that were used?
It is the paint.
Wow.
The paint itself will come up with, because the machines are able to calibrate and come up with exactly a natural design, a natural grain, by calibrating from the three grains that they copy from.
So basically, by using MDF, you're saving the wood that you use by 70%. You're saving the environment, you know, by avoiding using paint, which basically the people that will be painting the wood will be smelling, which might affect them health-wise. So if we look at the advantages of using MDF, I think they are really extreme.
They are really extreme. They are really extreme, and I would say that the compromise you take by using MDF does not even go to half of the quantity of the environment you save by using it. And I think that is a cause that each of us is supposed to be working on. And as the Green Ambassadors Club, this is something that we are willing to really educate people about and sensitize them about so much. We have
even this table that we are using here is made out of MDF wood.
Exactly. We have a table. This is MDF and this is meant for painting. So with MDF you have the choice. You can either paint it, that is by buying it in a different in a crude format, and then you paint it. This will have any other color we want.
Wow.
For example, coffee brown or any other color the customer chooses. But then you can also buy it painted. And
so now MDF is being made right here in Uganda. Okay, so how about this bed? This is real wood. Huh?
This is real wood. And still, in our attempt to try and conserve the environment, we've gone as far as reclaiming already used wood.
Wow. So this is wood that would be thrown away, for your information. When someone is done using the timber, this is what they would be throwing away that is no longer useful. But as you can see, this is kind of punched, and they are making a bed out of it. Tell us about this.
Well, first of all, this is made from pallets. People who have imported things, you keep on buying pallets for your fridges. Well, guess what? As you're buying them for your fridges, we buy them and make furniture and sell it to you. This is cypress, another type of tree that we don't have here. We do have it, but people are using it as flowers in their compound. They're using it as vegetation for the compound. Yeah. But look at the natural feel of it. This is not painted at all. It gives you the tonation.
It's already designed, naturally designed. Wow.
So first of all, when you use cypress, for example, for a bed like this, you would require at least 15 sheets of natural wood, let's say a Mosambia, to make a bed like this. But for cypress, you're going to need 2 pallets.
Wow.
And when you get 2 pallets, I don't know how much wood they use to make 1 pallet, but it is extensively a saving method without limitation. And this is a bed, fully cypress, that I'm going to make and sell to one of you.
He's going to sell it to you at an affordable price, where he's able to. The most important is for you to make a profit on this.
I'll make a profit on it, and at no expense of the environment.
Not expensive though for us. So I think here we can see the difference. This is natural wood. This is natural wood, and this is MDF. So, okay, tell us about this.
We've been talking about MDF boards all along. So MDF comes in a sheet of 4 feet by 8 feet. Now, I'm trying to show you, this is a full MDF sheet. Allow me to show it to you in full. That is a full MDF sheet. Now, I want to show you this. This item is 2 feet. This sheet of wood, natural wood, is 2 feet. But I want to show you the joint. It has 1 joint, 2 joints, 3 joints. So you had to buy 3 planks of wood, 4 planks of wood to make 1 sheet of 2 feet.
Wow.
And the cost of this wood for me is
immense.
90% of the cost of 1 sheet of MDF.
Wow.
And at the same time, the joinery and the work done on the wood is a bit less. And the impact on the environment.
That's for this one.
Exactly. The impact on the environment when I use the MDF is totally 0. So I think MDF should be adopted by everyone.
Okay.
By now.
Perfect. Well heard. So I think you can take us through some of the finished products that you've made, and we compare how furniture made out of MDF looks, and the same for the natural wood that we use. Okay. Perfect. So what is this made of? This one?
This is made from Mosambia.
Okay.
This is a wood product made from Mosambia. Directly, you can see it. Now, on an item like this, there are parts you may not substitute with MDF.
Okay.
For example, you may not substitute this, but you are going to substitute this with MDF, and you're going to substitute this with MDF.
Wow.
MDF being an artificial wood type, it is totally manipulatable. You can change it, you can carve it, you can do a lot of things with it, and it has no limitation.
Which you cannot just do with natural wood.
Yes.
Okay.
That is another merit of MDF. You can carve it, you can use it in all formats, and this is something you can't do with natural wood, and it's an advantage. That right there, that is the bookshelf. It is an Italian walnut.
This is also made out of MDF wood.
It is totally MDF. It is totally MDF, all parts. As I said, I'm going to give my customer an Italian walnut product just today. And considering time, if someone ordered,
you see, by the time I was arriving here, all this was just separate, and you're able to put it up just in about 10 minutes, and you already have a finished product like this one.
That is right.
Wow. And if you're to use natural wood, it would take you almost about an hour.
Oh no. With the issue of natural wood and time, if someone ordered this bookshelf, it is 80 by 180 down here. If someone ordered this in a natural wood, I would ask for at minimum 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
To produce it, yes.
Wow.
Now if you order it in MDF, the maximum I can ask for is 3 days.
Only 3 days?
3 days includes the time for autocracies and things unmeasured. So I think MDF saves us a lot of time and a lot of materials, a lot of workforce. It takes one person to work on this. It takes a minimum of 15 people to produce a particular item of this type, including the ones that will sand it, spray it, and then process it through the machines.
Amazing. I like the fact that, one, you're conserving the environment, but again, you're making business out of this. I've seen a very, very big number of young people who are here benefiting from this project, which is also initiated by fellow young people. As you can look right there, a lot of young people are here benefiting from this. This is where they earn a living. If my cameraman can kindly help me pan around and show you how many young people are benefiting from all these projects, it's really amazing. They are earning a living. They are able to put food on table just by, doing this kind of work. They are saving the environment using this MDF wood, and also making sure that they provide opportunities to other fellow young people to be able to have what to eat. Okay, let's kindly have a look at the finished products that you've made out of this. So what really inspires you as a young person to be able to do this, but most especially think about the environment?
First of all, my inspiration begins with my need to make money. I won't lie to you.
Yes.
I need to make money.
The first thing was about making money.
It was about making money.
Yes.
But as I went on being educated about the environment, my impact on the environment, first of all, I looked at the quantity of wood I use here at the workshop.
Yes.
I have a staff of a maximum of 45 people on a good day, because some of them are contract workers. They come in and go.
One more thing, you're a lawyer by profession. So where does a lawyer, get a thought of getting into this kind of a business? I would expect you to be in suits and calling yourself counsel.
The only difference is, well, I went into my legal career initially with a lot of hardship, money hardship.
Wow.
And I had a brother who was in woodwork initially.
Yes.
I think he's called Ronnie.
Yes.
So as I used to be at LDC, he would call me and there is a hot deal and we have to go and work together.
And deliver.
Yes. And I looked at the shortcomings in woodwork. Most of them were lack of research. They were still lagging behind using the traditional method.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'm in school.
I can do something to change this.
I think we can do this.
Yeah.
I think we can do this. And trust me, I've not been disappointed. And I've taken it on. I go on to other campuses. I keep on talking to other youth about that are in professional jobs, about looking at what they can change in this handwork, and then seeing what impact they can create at the end of the day and earn from it at the end of the day, because we surely do make a good amount of money.
So what else have you done to be a little bit creative from traditional carpentry? For example, finding that the kind of machinery, for example, that you're using, how different is it? How creative are you to be able to, for example, use technology to be able to ease the work and become more creative and innovative?
Well, first of all, as a person who had been into law, I looked at the inconsistencies of carpentry, the trade that I was interested in, and most of them majorly were about lack of trust.
Wow.
And people always either manipulated the carpenters because they didn't know the law regarding the trade. The Sale of Goods Act was something that we've never heard of in Uganda. And then, or sometimes the carpenters themselves misbehaved and mistreated clients.
Wow.
And as a person who was business-minded, I had
You
gotten
saw an opportunity.
Exactly. I had gotten some knowledge about the law and carpentry as well. I combined the three. And
amazing, amazing.
It came up that way.
So this is kind of your showroom?
Yes.
Okay, great. So as I can see already, this is MDF?
This is pure wood.
This is pure
Mugavu.
wood. Okay.
This is Mugavu. Now when you look at the other woods we looked at, like Italian walnut, their grains are meant to substitute for something like this.
Yeah, because you can see the look is what they are getting from...
they are meant to substitute for this kind of appearance.
Okay.
To make someone that wants this kind of appearance in their house is intended for painting. And when you look at, for example, this is a TV unit.
Okay. This is MDF, I can see.
This is MDF and it is already painted. And when you paint it, the beauty does not decline at all. You can look at how beautiful it is.
Is this paint?
This is paint. Now this is paint.
Okay.
This is our own added paint here.
Yes. Okay. As we can see, you're a very young person, enterprising, and a lot of young people are out there waiting and thinking where are they going to get jobs, pushing to maybe get employed by government, by corporate companies. What kind of advice do you have for a young person out there who is, jobless and doesn't have what to do? How can they be able to plan and also put up something of the kind? It might not necessarily be carpentry or dealing in furniture, but what kind of advice do you have for a young person out there?
Well, first of all, my best and first piece of advice is individual responsibility. I believe in individual responsibility. I believe that better chances come to a better person. If you're establishing yourself as a person that is trustable, you're trustworthy, you're oriented and you're willing and ready to put up the work required for output, because there is always work required, then output at the end of the day. Then that positions you in a place where opportunities are going to find you. My mama always told me, if you go to the garden without a hoe, then you might have stayed in the bed.
Wow.
So I think that is the best thing. Seek knowledge, equip yourself with the necessary skills, and then position yourself. People that have businesses, people that want to invest, they know good people when they see them and they take them on. And secondly, trust other people sometimes. Trust your gut if it tells you to trust someone, because as I'll tell you, this business is a partnership of 3 people.
Teamwork, working
Teamwork,
together.
exactly. It's a partnership of 3 owners, but it has over 45 workers.
And all young people.
And all young
You
people,
have 45 workers here.
Yes.
You've had that 45 young people being employed in this kind of medium business that you've seen here.
And it would interest you that our oldest person within this establishment is 37 years old.
Wow. So basically, you've created an avenue for young people to earn a living.
Exactly. That is what we seek, and we keep on passing out this knowledge, and we keep on preaching the same gospel that other people may embrace it, because at the end of the day, while we seek for change in all the other parts of our lives, it begins with financial change. When your finances change, I think everything becomes a little bit better, and then you begin from there and go up.
Yes. Wow, amazing. And did you know that's an act of patriotism?
Good to know now.
Just know that all that you're doing shows the spirit of loving Uganda, and that's what I always talk about, contributing to Uganda's development and making sure that Uganda becomes a better country. What do you love about Uganda most?
Well, I love the green. I think that is why I'm a green ambassador's class.
Wow.
I love the green because that is why I set out to conserve it, because I've been to Western Uganda, I've been to Northern Uganda, Karuma areas, I've been to the mountains of Kabale and Bukunjiri, and I've seen the green, and I think this is something golden. I've been to Kenya, I've seen the dry lands, and trust me, you want to stay in Uganda. You want to stay in Uganda, you want to conserve the green as much as possible, because at the end of the day, you want your children to see this, and your grandchildren, and you want to die in this environment. So I think that is what inspires me at the end of the day as a green ambassador and as a youth of Uganda.
Thank you so much. So protecting Uganda's environment and keeping it green is my responsibility, is your responsibility. This country is ours and we have to make sure that the green and the good environment that we are proud of as the Pearl of Africa is protected, and that is an act of patriotism. Now we need to find out from the engineer of this place how much wood do they save and really what exactly takes place here. Yes, engineer.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Fine.
You're good? Okikola otya? Obuntu bwonga bunyirira nnyo.
Mpola mpola sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How much is this board?
This one million bill, sir.
Million bill.
Yes, sir.
Oba tonsalirako?
Salirako seven.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mugyebale.
Mpola.
Mwebale okukola.
Kale namwe mwebale kuwera.
Kati ki ekibi inspiring ngenza okulaba wano nga abantu bonna be mukozesa bavubuka. Nsonga ki?
Ensonga enkulu emirimu bagamba gyabula mu Uganda, kituufu gyabula. Naye ffe balina okutondawo emirimu. Balina okutondawo emirimu. So we tutandika okukola emirimu gino ne tugamba ne tunoonya ennamba esinga obutaba na mirimu ng'eri mu bavubuka.
Abaana abasinga bendabye wano balinga abaasomako, balabika nga abaasomako. Kati njagala kumanya omuvubuka ali eyo yasoma ng'alowooza emirimu nga gino ye tajja gikola omugamba ki?
Omuvubuka gino emirimu nagyo gyetaaga abaasoma, kubanga bw'oba tewasoma waliwo w'otuuka ne gikalubamu. Kubanga muno mulimu system z'abaasoma n'ez'abataasoma. Ate n'ataasoma era asobola okubeera mu system y'ataasoma, ekikulu oyingiza ssente.
Kati ebibalo by'embaawo gwasinga obikola wano. Njagala kumanya we tuba tukozesezza eno wood eri modified ne zino embaawo eza bulijjo ezirina kyokuva ku miti, tuba tusevinga kyenkana ki?
Kakati sigenda kikuwa mu percentage nyizo butakifuna bulungi neka nkubuulire manual engeri gye tukola. Kakati bwe tusalawo nti tetujja kukozesa MDF okugeza ng'omwezi gumu kubanga omwaka kineetagisa tuulako wansi, omwezi gumu tusobola okukozesa embaawo 420.
Nga mukozeseza embaawo zino eza bulijjo.
Embaawo eza bulijjo nga tukozesa ku MDF 420. Naye bwe tukozesa MDF tusobola okukozesa embaawo nga embaawo
18. Era tuba tuzzeeyo ku percentage ey'ensanvu gye bangambye edda gye musevinga.
Bwe kiri.
Wow. Kati ku quality abantu basanga batya quality eya furniture nga mukozeseza MDF n'oyo furniture nga mukozeseza embaawo zino eza bulijjo?
Kati MDF ekizibu kye zirina bw'oba tomanyi gikozesa tewangaala. Naye tulina chemical gye tuteekako bagita epoxy. Eyo esiringako ka coating.
Ke kali kagundi akalinga ka paint ke tulaba waggulu.
Esiringako ka coating kungulu nebeera ng'eringa lubaawo. Kale tweyanziza nnyo. Kigambo kye ekirala ky'oyina eri omuvubuka? Eri omuvubuka abavubuka mbakubiriza okukola kyekisookera ddala. Ate omuvubuka oba ofunye omulimu gwa mutwe kirungi osike bavubuka banno, kubanga kitwe abavubuka ffenna ofuna emirimu kitwetaagisa nga buli bavubuka 100 buli 100 ky'abavubuka kuliko abavubuka 4 nga balina emirimu nga balina bye bakozesa.
Abavubuka 10
nga kuliko 4 nga balina emirimu nga ate balina
abavubuka. So basically for that statistic, for 100 young people to be employed, we need at least 40 of those that can be able to create the jobs themselves. Amazing. Tweyanziza nnyo engineer naye tetutegedde mannya go.
Amanya ganze Serwada Ronald.
Tweyanziza nnyo Ronald. Kale mwebale okukola. Well, as you have seen, as young people we can make a difference to make sure that we kick out unemployment, provide opportunities for our fellow young people to be able to get what to eat, but also contribute to Uganda's GDP. We shouldn't just be there to eat and sleep and stuff, but we should be able to contribute to this country's development. Youth of Purpose is brought to you by the National Secretariat for Patriotism Call, Office of the President, under the theme Uganda First. Young people coming together to, start up initiatives that can better their lives and also be able to earn a living as they also contribute to Uganda's development is an act of patriotism. I thank you so much for watching Youth of Purpose. My name is Ivan Tumukunde. See you next time.
Youth of Purpose, brought to you by Uganda First.